There are going to be times that you're going to just struggle and you're going to be tired and you're going to be weary and you're going to want to quit and you ain't going to have nothing left. But you still got to carry on. Live your life, ladies and gentlemen. Be excited about life. Regardless of the struggles, regardless of the circumstances, get excited about being above ground and not under it. Walk with your head up high and live your life. Bad things has to happen in our lives, ladies and gentlemen. We have to go through certain things, and this is what's going to make us better. This is what's going to make us stronger. But you got to claim what it is that you are seeking in your life. Everybody is never going to be where they want to be in life because sometimes they focus too much on the bad things and not claiming the good times. Not claiming, hey, no matter what struggle I go through, I am going to make it. The beauty about the process is that you're learning something. You're learning about yourself. You're learning how to go through certain things. And you're learning how to build up. We are human beings, and human beings sometimes act on emotions. But you have to harness your emotions. You have to understand that you got to go through something to get to the level that you want in your life. Make this day count. Put all your energy, put all your power into what you do today. You got to keep moving forward. You got to keep fighting for it. You got to keep trusting in yourself. You got to keep pushing because you got unfinished business. If you do not hold on to the goodness within you, then all the bad things that are surrounding you right now will ultimately destroy your possibilities and taking yourself further in your life. Don't you realize that you got to have faith in yourself every single day of your life? Maybe you did get rejected. That doesn't mean that you're out the game. That doesn't mean that it's over. You got to keep moving on. Take the steps. Maybe take a few steps back. Analyze the situation and then keep pushing. Keep going. Stay hungry and believe. There are many battles that we all face in life. Certain circumstances will come into your life, and these battles that we must face has different stories connected to it. These battles that we face each and every day of our lives has many things and many circumstances that sometimes we just don't feel that we're prepared for. But we must find a way. We must find a way and an understanding that this thing that we are dealing with right now in our lives is only temporary. It's temporary and it will not last forever. You must realize that you must grow enough tenacity within yourself to press on. We are all going to face many battles in our lives. And some of these battles we will not always win. But we must have the winning attitude. Regardless if we fall down, regardless if the struggle is so hard, regardless if we get pushed back a few steps, we must continue to press on. We must disconnect ourselves and stop being prisoners to the sadness, to the weakness, to the fear, to the doubt. We must become strong. We must become something unique. We must put on that suit of armor and prepare ourselves for battle. Yes, every battle cannot be won, but the winning attitude to not give up, is more than enough to carry on. The places that you will go in your life, the places that you have been in your life, you have seen things that others do not understand. You have been through things that others will never be able to go through on their own. And this is what makes you special. This is what makes you unique. And this is what makes you stand out. But you are not out. You are not out of the fight. You must continue to press on, and fight with everything you have. These days and times have been so challenging. So many people have given up. So many people have given up so much of themselves. They have disconnected themselves from the reality that they are unique, that they are special, that they are blessed with this life. Life is beautiful, and you must be able to hold on to it for as long as you can, because it will not last forever. If you're holding on to stress, disconnect it. If you're holding on to fear, disconnect it. If you're holding on to sorrows, if you're holding on to weakness, disconnect it. That relationship that you are in right now may not be working out, but that doesn't mean that you can't get out and resonate yourself. Get your mind and your body in the right place. Work on you. Don't try to fix others. Focus on your opportunities. Focus on who you are as an individual. You can't save the world, but you can definitely make a difference. But make sure you make the difference within you. Because as long as you are leading the path, the right ones will walk with you. They will follow you. They will stand with you. They will break bread with you. So you must continue to believe. You must continue to understand that on this day, on this hour, this is your day, and your time is now. Hold on tight and don't let go. Focus on what is necessary and disconnect yourself from the things that are not necessary. If you're feeling like you're going down, open up your heart and open up your mind and look up. Carry on and believe in it. For each and every day of your life is a blessing. A blessing to breathe. A blessing to walk. A blessing to do what is necessary to continue the life. And not holding on to things that's not going to get you to the level in life you want to be. Some people are not willing enough to believe in themselves. But what are you going to do? How will you make a difference? How will you stand? And how would you fight? These battles that we face each and every day of our lives, they will continue to come. And you will not win every battle. And the battles that you face will help you to get stronger. Because even if you lose a battle and you're still breathing and you're still walking and you're still able to make moves, then you still have enough fight left to carry on. And on this journey, while you are carrying on all of the things, remember the circumstances that you had to face Remember the losses. Remember the victories. And understand that everything that you went through in your life, it had to be. It had to be this way. You may question it, but it had to be this way. You may not even understand it, but it had to be this way. Even with the mistakes that you made in your life, yet it had to be this way. But the mistakes that you have made, you've learned, you've grown, and you understood that you don't need to go back to that mistake again. And yes, sometimes you may make the same mistakes, but those mistakes can be even more crucial in your life. And this is why you must continue to push forward and get rid of the things that are not making you better. The battle continues. Carry on. Be productive. Be powerful. And from the bottom of my heart, conduct your business. I can't. I cannot. I can't. I'll try. I'll try. I tried. How does that sound? Listen to that. I can't. I tried. I'll try. This is not the time to be embracing any of that. The word can't should not exist in your vocabulary. And try? Why even bother? If you're not going to do everything that is necessary to get where you want to be in your life, why even bother? Sounds harsh, doesn't it? Makes you wonder, why am I saying exactly what I just said? Because the time is now for you to recognize that there is no time to be feeling pity about your discussions and what it is that you have inside yourself. You have got to have a different type of conversation within yourself and stop doing the word can't and stop doing the word try. Now let's talk about can't. The word can't. What has it done for so many people? And what has it done for you? Has can't elevated you? Has can't put you in a better place in your life? Has can't made you feel stronger? Has can't made something resonate inside of you to give you the ability to carry on? Or if can't, has it put you in a position to where you're just standing still and you're waiting for something? Maybe you're waiting for a handout. Maybe you're waiting for a pat on your back. Maybe you're waiting for someone to hold your hand. Can't. What is it doing for you now? Can't is not something that you need to be holding on to. Can't doesn't do anything for me. And it shouldn't do anything for you. What it is that you are seeking in your life and what it is that you are going for in your life cannot be attached to it. It takes more. It takes much more than the word can't. It is a word that should never exist in your life. Whatever mistakes that you are making, whatever failures that you have faced, embrace it and carry on. Because the word can't, it ain't gonna care nothing about you anyway. It doesn't love you. It doesn't care about you. And when you have the word can't in your mind, excuses will follow. So how do you carry on? What is it that you need to do? And how far are you willing to take it? Now let's talk about try. Trying seems to be the new thing. Well, I wouldn't even say that it's the new thing. It seems like it's the everyday thing for so many people. Well, I tried. I couldn't put down that chocolate piece of cake. I couldn't put that piece of cake down. I tried. I couldn't get up in the morning. I'm not a morning person. I tried to get up, but I couldn't get up. I tried. I tried to be nice, but I couldn't be nice. I tried. Everything you did is try, but you didn't even give yourself the satisfaction in doing. Why not just do it? Why are you trying everything? That's supposed to make you feel better because you tried? You really think that people want to hear your excuse? You really think that that's what it is that's going to help you to be better because you tried? Stop trying and start doing. Do it regardless of the circumstances, regardless of the rejections, regardless how people look at you. In fact, stop letting people dictate you. Stop looking at people as though they're going to rescue you because everything you're doing, all you attach it to it is the word try. And you're looking for somebody to say, hey, that's okay. At least you tried. No, stop trying. You don't get a pass. You don't get a pass from trying. What, you afraid you're going to mess up? You're afraid you're going to fall down? You're afraid that it's going to be over because it didn't go the way you wanted it to go? Because it didn't happen the way you wanted it to happen? So can't and try should not have anything to do with your life. So if you've been that person, whether it's today, whether it was yesterday, or even if you're looking into the future, how can you even have a future if can't is a part of it? How can you have a future if all you do is try? I want to have a great future. If the future is promised to me, I am going to have a magnificent future. That's how you should be thinking. That's how you should be doing. Not giving in to can't and try. Because then it becomes a maybe. Then doubt. Then fear. Then everything else follows behind it. And none of these things makes you better. So you have got to step up to the plate and you got to get to work and do business. Because that's what it's all about. So the next time Kent starts to show up, you tell Kent to step aside. The next time tries to manifest itself into your mind and in your heart and in your soul, you tell it to exit. Exit out of my life. Exit away from me. There are no vacancies for try. There's only do. And today, I do business. Every day of my life, I do business. Whether I pass, whether I fail, can't and try will not control my life. And it shouldn't control yours. So keep it moving. Be productive. Be powerful. And from the bottom of my heart, stop trying and let Kent go about his business and you conduct your business. How many hours do you put into your craft? How much work are you putting into your ideas? How many times have you taken so many breaks that it pushed you back instead of pushing you forward? How much suffering have you put into your craft? How much suffering are you willing to endure for success? This is the time you need to ask yourself. You need to get clarification within yourself and understand what it is to be successful. Success doesn't take vacations. Ask yourself this: how many champions have you seen in your lifetime? Or do you know any champions? Perhaps maybe you were a champion at one time in your life, but you took a vacation. See, the thing about champions is that there are very few of them, but there are many more people that do not understand the significance of what it means to apply significant hard work. And to be able to get the hard work in and being able to persevere in their lives. I understand that you get tired. I understand you have those off days, but there are no off days when it comes to success. You have to have the ability to stand on and stand up and rise up to the occasion and getting the work done. You got to suffer through success. You have to believe in your possibilities. You have to understand that there's only one person that can get it done. If the rest of the team is not doing what they need to do, then you have to take the charge. Maybe you don't feel you have leadership qualities, but you do. We are all positioned to lead some point in time in our lives. But are you prepared to suffer? Are you prepared to go through the nights and the daytimes of many hours of applying everything you have within yourself? Have you had that point in your life when you was just so tired and you couldn't push that next hour or that second hour out because you needed your sleep? Oh, I need to catch up on my sleep. You can't catch up on your sleep. There is no such thing as catching up. It means nothing but going up to the next level in your life. That's what it's about. It's been a long day. It's been a long night. You've been putting in so many hours, but yet, are you in a position to quit? Or are you in a position to go harder? Are you in a position to go stronger? Are you willing to dig and go as far as you can in your life? Are you willing to suffer? See, you got to understand, when I talk about champions, when I talk about people who are ultimately successful, you got to remember these people don't take breaks. They don't know what rest is. When everybody's telling you you should rest, you should be working. Because if you're resting, then you're taking away your best of yourself. Now, I'm not telling you to commit suicide and bury yourself in your work. There is always going to be a time and place for everything. But what is everything? What is everything to you? And how far are you going to give yourself more? How much more are you willing to give of yourself? Success, it doesn't take breaks. It's not going to apologize. It's not going to wait for you. It's not going to say, hey, I'll give you a little bit more time and I'll come pick you up later. No, it doesn't work like that. That's not how success works. But you got to be the one to take the stand. You got to be the one to go forward. How far and how much are you willing to give of yourself? Are you prepared to suffer? Do you know how many hours it takes to be the best of yourself? Do you know how much work you got to put in? You can't be in and out with your project. You can't be in and out with your craft. Your ideas are your ideas. Your dreams are your dreams. Now go after it. But understand there's going to be some rocky times. There's going to be a lot of hills that you're going to have to climb. There's going to be a lot of obstacles that are going to try to stand in your way. But you don't have to take these obstacles and hold on to them. Utilize everything you have in your heart and in your mind and in your soul and connect with these things so that you can get the most of your life. So feel and understand that success doesn't come easy. You don't deserve a reward if you didn't apply the work. You hear often people will say, work smart, not hard. No champion works easy. There is no easy in work. Work is work. That means you got to put in the work if you want to get something out of it. Just pace yourself, but get to work. You don't have to go fast, but get to work. You don't necessarily have to go slow, but get to work. This is it. This is that time, and this is that moment right now. You look at all of these people today. Look at all the successful people. How many times have you looked at your television or you saw someone driving up the block with a nice vehicle or someone living in a nice home on top of a hill and you said, man, I wish I had a house like that. Why are you wishing instead of doing? Why are you wishing instead of going after it? You can have anything you want in your life. Now, I'm not saying materialistic things matter, but let's be honest. We all want the finer things in life, but work must be applied. Work must be done. Suffering is necessary. Putting in those long hours is necessary. Struggling a little bit is necessary. While everyone is sleeping, you should be working. The only friend you got right now at this moment is success. But let me tell you something about success. Success don't have many friends. Success doesn't hold on to many people. Success doesn't connect with everybody because everybody doesn't have the ability to connect to success. So when people question you why, you should respond, why not? Why not? Why shouldn't I do it? Why can't I do it? There's no reason for me to go back now. I need to do this. I must do this. And I will carry on. So with or without the distractions in your life, you must continue to carry on. You go to sleep at night, dream, and then make it a reality. And when you're up and you're moving around and everybody's taking a break, you continue to carry on. You continue to suffer those hours. You continue to dig a little harder. When you're going out, if you're working out in the gym and you've been pushing the same weight over and over and over again, sooner or later you're going to have to suffer and lift a little bit more heavy weight if you want to get stronger, if you want to get that tough mass, if you want to build up. Everything you do requires evolving. So continue to evolve and press on. Suffer through it, build on it, grow from it, keep it moving, and from the bottom of my heart, conduct your business.